Hey guys, this is Prasham from Mobipedia, and today we'll be doing a video review of the Moto G first generation, that is the 2013 edition. Having a hardware walkthrough of the device, we have the signature Moto dimple on the back, a 5 megapixel rear facing camera, an LED flash over here, and a speaker grill over here. Then we have a 3.5 mm microphone jack over here, and a secondary noise cancellation microphone over here. On the right side we have the lock screen and the volume rockers. Both these buttons are quite pressy and have good feedback. On the bottom of the device we have a micro USB port for charging and data syncing, and over here we have the primary microphone. On the left of the device we have absolutely nothing. On the front of the device we have a earpiece over here and a 1.3 megapixel or 2 megapixel module that I'm not actually quite sure of. Let's go and check out. Remove the back cover. You get shells. These are known as Moto shells, and you can get them from Flipkart. They are pretty obvious shells, and they are not as flimsy as the Samsung ones, but yeah, they are quite flimsy. Opening the back cover, we see there is one SIM slot over here and another SIM slot over here. This side, this is the SIM 1 and this is the SIM 2. Both SIMs except only micro SIMs, and both are 3G variants of the SIM, and there is no problem of 2G. This network connectivity and reception is quite good, and I don't face any problems in quality as such. We also have some complaints regarding the quality of this device on the user's side and also on our side, but that's not that big a issue. If I was to rate the quality of this device, this would be roughly 7.5 out of 10. I have the 16GB variant over here. As you can see, 16 gigabytes, and the battery is not user replaceable. Closing the back cover, let's just dive in. As you can see from the home screen right here, this is running Android KitKat and has vanilla Android. It does not have any shortcuts like the camera shortcut or any other. It's just you can slide anywhere on the screen just to unlock it. Let's just go ahead and unlock it. I'll just decrease the brightness for you to see. The brightness is not actually adequate for viewing outdoors, but indoor visibility and other things are quite good on this device. I hope this brightness is good. This phone is enabled by Google Now, but it's not like the Moto X that you can wake it from the home screen. To enable Google Now, you just have to swipe up from the home button below, and you can activate Google Now by saying "Okay Google." As you can see, the Google Now search just activated. That's how you activate it on the Moto G, and it's unlike the Moto X that can be activated from everywhere. The Google Now is a service. For all those who don't know, Google Now is a service that provides cards and information based searches on weather and other things to provide you good feedback, and it also gives you an idea of the surroundings. Going in the menu, we see Motorola has basically kept the UI a bit of vanilla UI. Does not have any customizations and bloatware. Some Motorola apps are, first of all, there's a Motorola Alert. You can see right there, this app. Motorola Alert is a software that enables you to send messages and your location to some contacts that you have already selected. This is basically for children, and you can just select your parents' number over here, and then you will just get the notifications. Your parents will get notifications if you just press the Motorola Alert button once. Then I just noticed that there is also primary LED over here that only functions in white and does not have any other color. Then we also have a Motorola Assist app over here. The Assist app in this Moto G variant helps you in meetings and in sleeping time. In sleeping time, it will just make the phone sleep and will disable all the notifications that will be coming in the phone. In meetings, it would do the same thing. It just silence or auto reply to messages and calls. Sleeping will just quiet all the notifications of the phone. There are not much of Motorola apps, as I told you. There's a Motorola Help app over here that helps you get starting. There's a Google Translate over here. All the Google apps are pre-installed in this. There's a normal Motorola messaging app, the this is not the standard messaging app, but we had Hangouts that I just uninstalled because I didn't use Hangouts that much. I like the normal messaging app. Let's just go into the settings and tell you the Android version. About phone. As you can see, this Moto G is running Android 4.4.4 KitKat. Out of the box it does run. If you are ordering it right now, you will get KitKat out of the box. It has a 4.5 inch display and it weighs approximately 143 grams. It has a 2070 milliamp hour battery with 4.5 inch display and has a resolution of 720p. The resolution is quite bad if you go by the paperworks, but in actual life I don't think you will be noticing any pixels or anything right there. No, camera can't focus, so we'll just leave it right there. But in real life the display is pretty good and crisp. If you're watching any movie or you are planning to watch any kind of shows on this, the display is pretty good for media consumption. The device has a 1.2 GHz Snapdragon processor, that is a quad-core processor. It comes in 8GB and 16GB variants. I have the 16GB right here. It has 1 gig of RAM, and this phone, as I told you, has a 5 megapixel rear facing camera and a 1.3 megapixel front facing camera. Let's just go to the camera in a second. And this phone is a good phone according to Motorola and fits the budget segment and is fit for the Indian market. To just set wallpapers on the phone, we can just double tap is not working on this phone, and the pressing the menu button right here, that is an Xperia to pull down the notification window, does not work. For the notification window, you have one that shows you notifications, and the other, if you use your two fingers right here, you can get access to the main toggles, or you can just select this button and go to the main toggles. There are some pretty standard main toggles like Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, location, etc. Let's just go ahead to the camera. The camera is a pretty standard vanilla camera on the Moto G and does not have many customization options on it. There's just, to click a photo, you just have to press on the display, anywhere on the display, and it will click the photo. The phone snapper is quite fast enough for photos, and it has a normal video capturing rate for 720p. There's no 1080p or 4K videos on this, but that's a negative point, but not that negative. The videos are sharp and the photos are as such sharp. For zooming in, zooming out, the default setting is up for zooming in and down for zooming out. That's the default setting. For getting into the menu, you just have to swipe right from the display. That's where you get all your menu. The menu has a flash option, HDR option, a panorama option, a location based option, and a slow motion video recording. I have never ever used the slow motion video recording as far as now, but I know how it performs, but it should be performing well because of the vanilla Android. This phone does not have many lags, and with the time I have used it, it has not hanged even once. The back cover is a soft touch kind of material and feels good in the hand. The dimple also makes calls easy, and the phone is grippy and easy to hold. The phone is a compact device if we compare it to the normal day flagships like the Xiaomi Mi 3 or its successor, the Moto X. The device, if compared to the Xiaomi, looks pretty small. The Xiaomi is not so good to hold in the hand, but the Moto G is compact and feels quite good and right at home. If you have any further questions according to this device, I'll leave you a link in the description so you can have a question answer session with me. Thank you. This is Prasham from Movipedia signing off. Goodbye, friends.